I got a little story time for y'all here. This is what happened to me today when I went over to Osceola. After work, I wanted to just go play guitar. And so I'm going down to my normal little spot. And along this little path that's going along the little bubbling stream after the big waterfall, the creek, whatever you want to call it, brook, it's pretty tiny. I mean, it doesn't get more than calf deep. Mostly ankle deep and probably only 10, 15 feet across. There's a cool little spot that I always normally like to sit at, and there's some people that are just kind of milling around at that spot. So I'm kind of slowing down as I'm walking up, and I got my earbuds in, and I'm kind of like surveying, are they gonna stay, or are they, whatever. All of a sudden I hear hoo 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 through my earbuds, and I'm like, whoa, cool. Like owl, like middle of the day. I mean, well, it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, that's awesome. I love owls. Like, they're really big. Like, that's spirit animal for me, big time. I've had some really cool interactions I could share on other levels with that, with owls, middle of the day, random, numerous. But anyways, so I sit down. There's this one park bench along this whole dirt path that's going down to the St. Croix along this little brook. And so I sit down on this little bench, kind of figuring out what these people are gonna do if I wait for them or whatever. And all of a sudden I can hear the hoot again, but it's like right here. Here it turns out there's two owls. There's one down the way that I heard, off in the distance, and there's one in the tree right next to where I sat down, like right there. I mean, it's the size of my guitar. I mean, it's just this huge thing sitting in the tree. I'm like, that's freaking amazing. So I get my book out and I start writing for a little bit. I noticed these people aren't really probably going to take off anytime soon. So I'm like, cool. I'll go down the path a little ways. There's the spot on the corner where if you go out on, this little tree and this, cradle of, brush and stuff, you can kind of step on it, trying to carry your case, and my backpack and all that. There's like an island that's formed on this corner where the river kind of splits in two and you can sit on the island. Well, I'm thinking, oh, that'd be a good spot. Well, I get out there and it's like way overgrown. Last time I had been there was in the spring to that specific spot. So I'm like, oh, man, I don't know where I can even really sit. I don't want to sit in whatever actual brush, and stuff. And there's kind of some logs, but they're not really good height to sit at, whatever. Well, then there's this old like oak looking, just really grandfather looking log. I'm like, oh, you're cool. I like you. I look down and there's this feather. And I'm like, oh, feathers are really big for me. So this told me right away, I was like, I need to play here. Okay, so I just start playing. I'm doing my thing. I'm playing for like an hour. And I'm playing actually a song that I love to play. It's one of my favorite songs to play. It's called Infinity. And I wrote it like about a year ago. And this song I wrote, today I'm playing it in a key that I've never played it in. I normally play it capo 2, and today I didn't even play it with a capo, so a whole step below normally what I'd play it in. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty, it's just interesting to me that I'd even considered it, because even when I wrote the song, like I specifically chose that key thinking, it's good for my voice. Well, today when I played it in that, it was like, whoa, that's way great for my voice. I love singing that. That's the way of this song. So I've been playing it wrong for, almost a year, and I play it all the time live. But anyways, I noticed this guy coming down the stream, just walking as I'm playing Infinity. And he's kind of milling around, coming up slow, and I played another song, and then after I think one or two more songs, he kind of comes up alongside of me, and he's like, dude, I really like what you're doing. And I'm like, oh, thanks, dude, really appreciate that. And so we just chatted a little bit, and I told him, where he could find me and stuff, Instagram, TikTok, all this stuff, and YouTube, whatever. So yeah, then he carries on his way, and I'm gonna leave a little short while after that. So I pack up my gear and I'm heading back up towards the cars. And I stopped at the spot where that owl is at. And sure enough, the owl's still there. And this has been like an hour and a half, just sitting in the tree, and it's looking right down at me, like intense stare. I'm like, you're so awesome. I'm like talking verbally and non-verbally with this owl. We're just communicating. It's just too cool. And here I turn and look, there's this guy coming back up the trail, that guy that I'd seen on the river. So we sat there and chatted for a while, appreciating the owl. And I was just kind of sharing with him a little bit about what I'm doing in music, and just a little bird's eye view of, we're just talking about life, kind of both of us. I said something about, just following your heart, and, that if it scares you, it's probably definitely the way to go. And he just stopped me and he's like, you just answered my question. Well, it turns out he's from Woodbury. I'm from Cambridge. Here we are over in Wisconsin. And the randomness of us meeting, pretty neat how the universe brings stuff together. But he's like, I came out here, I haven't been here forever, and he's going through a big, life changes. Life is life and hard. And he's like, I just needed to get out, and I just needed to find some answers. And he's like, you just gave me my answer. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. And he's like, yeah, it's terrifying, but I know exactly what I'm gonna do. And I'm like, that's pretty neat, man. That's really cool. I had no clue of what I'm sharing with him could help him out or whatever. And as he's expressing that, the owl's fluffing its feathers, and it drops this. And it's one of the softest feathers I've ever felt. It's all down, the whole thing. It's just pure down. It's almost see-through. It's hard to even, yeah, it's really cool. But that'll be going up with my other ones right here. But yeah, it drops down, floating down in front of us, and he goes and picks it up and hands it to me, and he's like, put that in your guitar case, man. I'm like, that's pretty cool, dude. Thank you so much. So, as he's, expressing about, just which right path to take, I was like, just step out on that ledge. The universe will catch you. Guaranteed. If you're following your heart, and the only thing holding you back is fear, the universe has got you. I can guarantee it. I've seen it in my life. I mean, it's just something that I am very vocal about. When the conversations come to something like that, it's going, yes, go for it, go for it, go for it. Trust me, you will, because I've just seen it. I mean, it's daily for me, and today was no exception. Like this whole everything, those people sitting in the spot where I normally would be that stopped me, and then there's this owl sitting there, which is random at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I end up on this corner where then this guy's walking down the river, and then this other feather, and then meeting him on the way back, and then there's another feather, and just sharing basic stuff about my own life. It's like, how cool is the universe? I mean, just by us sharing our stories and being people with each other, we support each other, and sometimes it's without even trying, and that this song is really about that, of how powerful a connection can really be. And it can be really hard when those connections don't continue on. And you don't know where the tomorrow goes. Heck, we don't even know where the next hour goes, but appreciate it when it's there, because even like today, that we only talked with each other for probably a total of 5 minutes tops between both interactions. But I know that it was very powerful to me what happened there, and I have no clue of what that carries on for this man's life. But in the instance of this song, I know that from getting to know somebody from only a matter of months, how much just that connection, it's not just a connection, it's powerful. It can be, they'll live in our heart forever, and regardless of what physical happens in, our own lives, certain impacts can just, hit us, and we carry it with us, and it never goes away. It's a beautiful thing. So this one's called Infinity, in a new key today. I took the long way home, it didn't help to drive. I can feel you as our hands let go tonight. it's hard to find the words to say goodbye, and my heart knows why. I'm so alive inside a melody. I'll breathe a part of me, and love's symphony. We breathe infinity inside a melody. I'll breathe a part of me. With a whisper, I kissed her a long goodbye. It never felt so good to cry, and my heart knows why. I'm so alive inside a melody. I'll breathe a part of me, and love's symphony. We breathe infinity inside a melody. I'll breathe a part of me. I took the long way home, my heart will drive. I can feel through my heart tonight, and love will find it's all divine. Breathe and inside of me, infinity inside a melody. I breathe a part of me, and love's symphony. We breathe infinity inside a melody. I'll breathe